Hello, lovies. Today we're going to review. You know what that means. Look again at some things we've already done. Sometimes when we learn a lot of new things day after day, I like to stop and take a look back so we can practice them a little bit more before we learn some other new things. And we'll be having new wall cards pretty quickly now. So today we're going to review sizzling sausage. And usually in words, if you write sound, you're going to use an S. But there are some words that use CE and CI instead of S. And we're going to look at our first long vowel. And long vowels say their name. There are two ways so far, because you remember I covered some up. There are going to be other ways we can make long A. But for now, we're just going to do these two. It can be written by just an A, just like as if it was a short A, like we've already been using A. Or that signal, or silent E, some people call it, where E is going to tell A, don't say ah, say your name. Are you ready? Let's practice. Okay, you see that E, so it's going to say rake, rake, rake the leaves. Now take a look. First we're going to do A, and then we see S. So I need three sounds. Ace, face, how about that one? Just need two sounds. Sure. Ape. All right. We see CE. Since. Since it snowed, we cannot ride bikes. That is a lot of snow. Jackson has probably seen that much snow, but I don't think we have seen that much snow yet. Ah, this is a good word. Ache. Do you notice? It's clicking camera, long A, clicking camera. The C and the K are both making the same k sound. Excuse me, I did short A. Ache, cake. Ape, tape. Ache. And you remember that a lake has ground all around it, on all its sides. There's some boys in our lake. Dance. Dance. Ache. Bake. Pull. Plain. Ache, make. It's going to make something with that saw. I see an S on the end. That means more than one, but the signal is still there. Anytime you see A with a letter and then an E, always check to see if it says A. Ape, grapes. Which kind do you like? Fake, right, fake. Take a look. I see sh, ape. And when I see an S on the end of the word, remember, I cover it up in my brain and I say shapes, and then I add that s at the end. Shapes. Sure, all kinds of shapes. Sh. Did you see that? Sh. Ache. Shake. You can shake hands or milkshake. Dur. Apes. Drapes. Those are those long curtains that go all the way down to touch the floor. Drapes. Miss. Ache. Mistake. When you see a long word, I want you to just take the first 3 letters, sometimes it's 4, do that, and then do the second part. Mistake. Mistake. Whoops, that's a mistake. Hand. Shake. Sure, handshake. That's a compound word also, isn't it? Cup. Cake. Cupcake. Oh, that looks good. Cupcake is also a compound word. Now, since I gave that to you in yellow, this is a word where it's cradle. But there is nothing to give you a hint. That signal can't signal over 2 letters. So, what I want you to do when you see a word and there's nothing to help you, there's no signal to help you, I want you to use short A. I want you to use a. So I'm going to blend it using a. Cradle. 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 That doesn't make sense. That's not a word I've ever heard. Then think, well, then maybe they're using long A, so I'll blend it with long A. Cradle. Oh, I know what a cradle is. You usually don't have to do that, but take a look at that word because there's nothing to give you a hint that it should be A. So go ahead and blend it with short A, and it's not going to be a word. Here we go again. Table. If I just saw it and I didn't know that word, I would just blend it with short A. I'd go table. Table. Well, that wouldn't make sense. And if I was reading a sentence, table wouldn't go in the sentence. So then I'm going to say to myself, try long A. Table. That makes sense. Table. There you are. You can do a lot of things at your table, that's for sure. Here we go again. I've given you a clue because I've done it in yellow, and yellow is the color for the long vowel cards, but in a book it's not going to be yellow. So, stable, stable. If I blended it with short, stable. Stable isn't a word, so I would say, oh, no, it's not that. Let's try long A. Stable. And you know a stable is a big barn for horses. Now take a look. Same kind of thing, but I've given you a clue because I made it green. So you know it's going to be short A. And that would make it can, dull. But if you tried long A, you'd have candle. Candle. That's not a word. So go back and you know it's going to be candle. All right, I hope you said Jake sat in the shade. Say the whole thing for me. Jake sat in the shade. Well, he's kind of lying down. All right. This is going to be an easy word family. All. Are you ready? I'm going to try to go fast. B, k, f, h, m, t, w, sm, st. Good reading. See you later, alligator. Got a scat, kitty cat.